So Zbcn has been quiet recently. The price hasn't been exploding the way that it was just a few weeks ago. So the question is, what should you do as a investor? Should you buy more? Should you run away? What are other investors doing? Are they buying? Are they selling? Are they rotating the profits from Zbcn into something else? That's what we'll discuss in today's video. This is a video you don't want to miss, but remember, nothing here is financial advice. I can always be wrong, so make sure you guys do your own research. Now, before I get into the video, if you're looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first-time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000, no VPN, no KYC. If you're someone that trades using leverage, you get to use up to 500x leverage. The link will be in my description down below for anyone that's interested. But getting into the video here, if we kick things off by taking a look at the crypto bubbles, we can see that Pengu is up 12.3%, Farcoin up 7.1%. I don't know why these coins are moving in the upwards direction when there's so many better plays out there. But you know, this market has been extremely unpredictable. This cycle has been extremely unpredictable. It's definitely different from other cycles, but it is what it is. You kind of just have to accept it for the way that it is right now, right? Just make sure that you're sticking to the right narratives, the right hype, and make sure that the coin's got catalysts coming up and all that sorts of stuff, and I think you should be fine. Also, entry price is key to making the most amount of money in crypto. The last thing that you want to be doing is buying these things at their all-time highs, because once the retracement starts to happen, you might not know how to do your own TA, and then you just don't know if you should be buying the dips or you should be waiting it out for a little bit before buying the dip. Should you wait till the price corrects 50% before buying the dips? Like I always say, it's just easier, just much easier to just find a great entry price. And if you see a price that you don't like, just pass on the play. There's always going to be another play. Now, I'm not talking about Zbcn specific. I feel like I have to actually say that just in case there are people who think that I'm talking about Zbcn specific right now. Just any coin in the crypto space, there's always going to be another play. So make sure you find the best entry price that you possibly could get on any coin that you're going to invest in. Always pass on the play if you don't see a price that you like. But anyways, let's talk about Zbcn here. So if we Google Zbcn, again, no one's really talking about Zbcn. We haven't really seen an article posted in quite some time. There's this article right here that says 4 days ago, but you click on it and it's really and truly just an old article, because they're talking about support levels being at 0.0053, but Zbcn is below this level right now. So yeah, there's no new articles on Zbcn. But do you think that there were articles on Zbcn when the price was all the way down here where we were buying? Absolutely not. The articles only come after a massive move towards the upside. That's when everybody wants to FOMO. That's when everybody wants to talk about a coin after the explosion happens. So what I recommend is always get into your favorite coins before the storm. During the comp period, that's when you want to get into your favorite coins. If you come across a chart looking like this, so this is Zbcn's chart, right? The reason why I knew this was a great entry price down here is because if you go all the way back, you can see that it has acted as a support level going all the way back to August of 2024. So to me, that was the perfect entry price to get in on Zbcn, and that's why I scooped some up. That's why I'd been talking about Zbcn for the last few months now. Okay, but let's get into some other stuff. I'm going to pull back up the charts in just a little bit later on and let you guys know my opinion, my thoughts on the price action and what's going on here. Okay, but getting into X, I want to talk about this post right here. So this person says, after much conversation and deliberation, I can no longer support Zbcn. I believed in the tech, and that's why I wanted to support it. However, there are things I cannot support at this time. Lack of transparency and professionalism is a major negative to me. So this person used to talk about Zbcn quite frequently. I don't know how long they've been covering Zbcn. I don't know if they got in before me, which is quite a few months back, or after the pump. I actually don't know. Of course, I could go on their page and do some digging, but yeah, I'm not actually sure. But this is a example of why doing your own research is extremely important. Because let's say you buy a coin because you're following someone and they love the coin. They talk about this coin every single day or whatever. This particular person was actually making songs about Zbcn. It was kind of funny, right? But yeah, you're following someone. They say this coin is the next big thing, and then all of a sudden they flip on you and say, no, I don't like this coin anymore, but they don't give a reason why they no longer like the coin. It could be, and I see this all the time, and I've mentioned this to you guys as well, it could be because the price action is no longer performing the way that it was. Everybody is a long-term holder until the price starts coming down. I see it all the time in crypto and the stock market. Price starts coming down. Oh, this coin is no good, I'm going to hop into something else, right? But anyways, we can see that there are still people still bullish here on Zbcn. Some people still cover it every single day actually here on X, which is a great thing to see, all right? Because as long as you've done your research, you're going to be fine in the crypto space. But yeah, some people, if they don't conduct proper research, then you see someone that you used to follow say that they're selling or whatever, and then you sell as well, and then that's just not the way to invest. Even me, if you guys bought Zbcn because of me, even if I remain bullish on Zbcn, that doesn't mean you have to remain bullish on Zbcn. Just do your research, and if you feel like Zbcn is a right project for you, then you continue to hold. It's as simple as that. Stick to your trading strategy, though, whatever it is. I tell you guys that all the time. Try not to go outside of it, because when you go outside of your trading strategy, you could get lost, confused, and either panic sell, or you can hold something too long. You see warning signs and you still hold it. Like, just stick to a trading strategy. Mine, always take profits on the way up no matter what I'm holding. Okay, but getting into the price action here on Zbcn right now, let's see, on the month it's down 43%. On the day it's down almost 4.5%. You check out the market cap, 295 million. The volume is at 13 million. The volume is down 28%. When I say the volume down this much on the day, it could scare some people, like, okay, the volume is crashing. But you take a look at certain coins, some big name coins like SWI, for example, the volume is down 14% on the day. So it's not just Zbcn showing weak volume. Zbcn does have a much lower market cap though. And when a coin's got a lower market cap, like 65 million or something like that, it's going to be more volatile. You're going to see massive swings to the upside, sometimes massive swings to the downside. You're going to see the volume crash, the volume explodes one day or the next. Like, yeah, that's typical for a coin that's got a 200 and something million dollar market cap, right? But let's pull up the charts again on Zbcn. Let's actually take a look at this indicator and see what it's saying. This is a 4-hour time frame. Okay, so we're still in this bearish momentum here on this indicator, which was fired. When was this? Like June 22nd or somewhere around there? No, it was later than that. Actually, this was fired June 29th. So another bearish momentum was just fired today here on Zbcn. So that's definitely not a good sign. By the way, you can find this indicator down below. It's called Trader Assist, lets you know when's a good time to buy and sell crypto. And by the way, if you guys want to check out my Patreon, you can check out my Patreon. The link will be down below. I might call out the next Zbcn. You never know. But as we can see here on the charts, yeah, bearish momentum. Another one was just fired today. The one before that was fired a few days ago. So according to this indicator, the chart is not looking the best here. Let's remove this and see what I'm looking at. Okay, so I do think, okay, so yeah, I think we're going to retest the 0.0032 area for sure. This was the bottom on June 22nd when the markets came crashing down. I definitely believe we're going to retest this level, but this level definitely needs to hold. If this level holds and breaks, then we could, yeah, definitely come down to 0.0030. But this right here, 0.0030, is a very crucial level in my personal opinion. I do think that people are going to be looking at this level as, well, if this breaks, then we have quite a ways to fall. That's what I think people's going to be thinking. But what I think is, if 0.0030 breaks, then we could come down to 0.0020. You never know. You never know. You might get lucky and get a golden opportunity to get some Zbcn at a great buy opportunity. You never know. You never know what's going to happen here. But this is the level right now that I'm going to be eyeing, 0.0030. That needs to hold in my personal opinion. This is a 4-hour time frame. If we go over to the daily time frame, let's see how it's looking over here. So in the daily time frame, you can see that Zbcn has literally only been going down ever since double topping there. But on the daily time frame, it's not showing a bearish momentum signal, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, as long as, even if we do correct down to 0.0020, it's going to be rough, especially for people that bought above that area, especially if you bought at the peak at 0.007. But I do think that this level should hold, 0.0020. If, 0.0030 breaks, then I believe this level should hold. And I'll be very surprised, actually, if it comes below 0.0020. But if you're looking to get Zbic or get more Zbic, the two areas where I would scoop up the dip is 0.0030 and that 0.0020. Those are the two levels that I would look to accumulate if I was looking to buy some more Zbic. Again, I got in super early, so right now I'm just holding. I'm not looking to accumulate anymore unless it gets to the level where I actually bought it at originally. And I don't think that's going to happen, but you just never know in the market, right? But that's all I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links that I have down below. And until next time, take care.